It'll be one to go this time by. Coming to the green, buddy. Coming to the green. Let's go get him. Go, go, go. Dig, dig, dig. Go, 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 go.
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway.
And my other question was, is it correct that the testosterone cream in question was not added to the NASCAR list of substances until this season?
Our policy, when you really analyze our policy, and by the way, within the next few weeks, we're going to announce what we're doing. We're making some improvements with our policy. It doesn't necessarily make a substance illegal. There are some conditions under which, and that's why I use the phrase about the talk to physicians. There are certain conditions where testosterone might be prescribed. So I would hesitate to say that, to blanket say a substance is totally banned. There are certain substances that are banned. But until we announce our new policy, I don't think I want to just lay a blanket over certain substances.
Bob Margolis.
Bob Margolis for Yahoo Sports. A comment from Ron and from Kevin about how this whole situation has evolved into what it has, a personal health issue for Ron, and perhaps the person who originally spoke to you about this, if this person had known you a little bit better, like maybe most of us know you here, to know that you would never have taken something that was a performance-enhancing substance to begin with. Your comments from both of you.
You know, I appreciate that. I don't even take aspirin on race. A lot of people in here know that I do drink beer. I love my beer, but I don't drink a night before the race, and I don't drink when I'm on the racetrack. You know, in practice and stuff like that. So, didn't come out right, but it's all right. Nothing ever does. You guys know I have nothing to ever hide. So when this gentleman came in to do a story, I thought it was the Southwest Tour days and all that stuff, and he basically took me out back and wanted to see the beautiful lake and talk to me about it. And he brought it up and asked if I've done steroids, and I said yeah. I said, for one, I said, you don't have to take me out back. My family knows what I do. I have nothing to hide. So, am I ashamed? No. I would do it today, but you know, there's different. 2004 to 2008, there's different laws or whatever you want to do about it. I seen a nurse. I showed Kevin and Delana. I wasn't even upset when this guy was talking to me about it. I just had to call Kevin and tell him this guy's going to write a story, and I've got all the documents, and Kevin's got them in his hand right there, and showed NASCAR. So I have nothing to hide.
Yeah, and I mean, for us, you know, we've got all the paperwork, we've got all the blood work, we've got, you know, everything that he went through to, you know, to get the cream, and basically the diagnosis of why it was prescribed, and you know, why all the stuff came for him. But you know, Bob, you can relate to this as good as anybody, and you know, we've seen it a lot with Delana's father. We've seen it. There's just a lot of different health reasons that you would have to use steroids for, and you know, Synthroid is actually a form of steroids that's prescribed to him now to take care of his you know, his thyroid, and he doesn't take that, he pretty much dies. So you know, it's unfortunate that the way that the interview was obtained through our PR department and through the things that it all went down, and that part's unfortunate. But the people who know who he is and what he's about, sure, there's probably a different route to go about it today, but it's right on the verge of the HIPAA laws and the things that come with it, of really crossing the line, and that to me is unfortunate for a lot of you people in this room that, you know, that have to deal with these types of people on your side.
Jim, is HGH, and I don't even know if you really can test for it, but if you find out somebody is using it, do you feel like in certain instances it can either help
I'm not going to speculate on that.
Now hold on here.
Okay.
Now hold on here. The HGH side of it, we're not going to drag Lindy into this. Okay. We've already violated enough personal records, and the HGH part of it, we are not dragging Lindy Hornaday into this as well. So we're not going to violate we're not going to violate that side of personal records as well. These are personal health issues, and Ron has been, you know, kind enough to show and show NASCAR and show us his personal health issues. And on the HGH side of it, we're not getting into that.
And I did show him Lindy's too. So
right.
Then Kevin, did you know that what Ron was taking? Did you know that it is now on NASCAR's list, or was it something that you didn't even realize would be on it? You know,
until this situation came about, we didn't know that Ron had sought this form of attention. So once we knew all the details of it, and we knew he had health issues, and we know we've fixed them since then.
Stan and then Joe.
Stan Creekmore. One for Jim and one for Ron. Jim, correct me if I'm wrong, but every driver on all three of NASCAR's top touring series have to go through a physical before they're allowed to race at the start of the year. And should that have been caught at that time? And then for Ron, if you were so forward with your family, were you as forward with NASCAR in 2004, 2005, saying, hey, I'm not feeling good, here's what I'm doing?
the nurses have already seen me. They've questioned me at the racetrack, and I've told them I've seen doctors and stuff like that. And we're doing it. By putting it down, no, I didn't do that, because if you checked me, my levels were so low that it probably put me back to standard. So I don't know.
He didn't know the diagnosis of it at the time, so it was a moving target.
Which you know, going back to then, and this is now. I don't know that there's anything that in the physical that would have indicated. You know, like I said, there are certain prescriptions for things that are not in violation of the policy. So I don't want to speculate on what might have been. What we hope to do is, with our new policy, is to have a much better policy, and in that regard, the Harvicks have worked very closely in developing a policy of their own for KHI, as have other team owners. And I think this is an individual case where a person's health was a central issue.